Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jenny. Today's video is going to be my fourth installment of my makeup collection. Today's video is going to be focusing on highlighters. As you can see, I have a blue million highlighters. To start, I'm going to start with the highlighting palettes, then move into single highlights. So let's go ahead and start with the palettes. So just like my other collection videos, this video may end up being a declutter. I'm not sure yet. Probably. I don't know about the palettes, but it will be with singles, I'm sure. But let's go ahead and start with the palettes. This first palette I have is the BECCA Jaclyn Hill Palette, the more recent one that they came out with. In this palette you get the two highlighters, you get Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop, and then you get 3 blushes. This is a gorgeous palette. I have Champagne Pop and a handful of palettes, and as a single, these 2 blushes are gorgeous. This one's a little too bright for my taste, but I love these 2 blushes. And this mirror is absolutely fantastic. Hey, how you doing? I'm definitely keeping this palette. This palette is worth every penny that I paid for it. Keeping with the BECCA Jaclyn Hill theme, this one came out for a holiday 2 or 3 years ago, right after Champagne Pop was released. This one has Pearl, Champagne Pop, and what is this one? Blushed Copper. So these 2 are actually permanent now. I'm not sure about Blushed Copper. I don't believe that it is, but these 2 definitely are, and I love to mix them or put this one all over the cheekbone and then this right at the very top for a added beam of light. And the mirror is nice in this one too. I love this palette and I'm definitely keeping this one too. This next one you've seen on my channel a billion times, and it is the Flower Beauty Highlighting Palette. This is probably one of my all-time favorite highlighting palettes and probably one of my all-time favorite highlighter formulas. This palette is gorgeous, especially these 2 shades. I love them. I only like this one when I mix them all together, but I can wear either of these alone, but I love to wear them together. This palette is gorgeous. It came with a brush. I'm not a huge fan, but you will have to pry this out of my dead hands because I love this palette so much. I have 2 sleek palettes, and this first one is the Cleopatra's Kiss palette. This is the darker one of the 2. It comes with 2 creams and 2 shimmer, like highlight shades. I'm going to hold on to this for now because I do like these 2 shades down here. These 2 are a little bit too dark, but I'm going to try them when I have a tan this summer. But overall, these palettes are both very gorgeous. The shimmers in both of these are extremely poppy, extremely beamy highlights, so if you don't like crazy pigmented highlights, you probably wouldn't like this. And these also came with brushes that I threw in the garbage. But these sleek palettes are gorgeous. This next one is the Solstice palette, and this is the more popular of the 2, and it is beautiful. These are very bright, and I have to use a very light hand with them. This one's really nice, but this cream one is my favorite in the entire palette. It's a really pretty pink highlight, and if you've been on my channel for a while, you know that pink highlights are my absolute favorite. So both of these are absolutely gorgeous, and I'm holding on to both of them. This next one is the Makeup Geek highlighter palette in collaboration with Kathleen Lights. It has these 3 beautiful highlights in them. These 2 are the ones I use the most, and of course I use this pink one like crazy. This one is a bit too dark for my personal taste, but it is still absolutely gorgeous. While they're very pigmented and very bold if you apply them heavily, if you apply them lightly, they're very natural, and I really like that about the Makeup Geek formula, and I really like this palette, and I'm going to hold on to it too. This last palette is one of the first Tarte highlighting palettes that came out. This one is the Skin Twinkle Lighting Palette. In this you get 2 shimmer highlights, and then this was supposed to be like a satin highlight. This one is like a silica powder. It's not really highlighty. It's just weird. And these 2 are okay. I don't really know how I feel about these still, and I feel like that's really bad. They're soft to the touch and they're decent. I think I'm going to pass this one along. I don't use it a lot, and I think someone else could probably get more use out of it, so I am going to go ahead and pass this one along. So now we're moving on to my singles. This first single is in the shade Champagne Pop. It's by BECCA. Like I told you, I have 7 million of this shade, but I'm not going to get rid of it because I really love it, especially in the summertime. It's a gorgeous kind of champagne-y, more on the gold side though. And I'm sure you already know about this. Everyone knows about it. It was in collaboration with Jaclyn Hill. But this is a beautiful highlight, so I will hold on to this. Next one is also by BECCA, and it is in the shade Opal. And it is more of a taupey kind of like a taupey kind of gold. I don't know how to explain it, but it's gorgeous, and I'm definitely holding on to it. This next one is a staple in anyone's collection, and it is the MaryLou-manizer by the Balm. It is a nice kind of pearly champagne kind of shade. It has a hint of gold, but not a lot. I love this one. As you can see, I've kind of started a nice dent in the center. I just can't say enough good things about this. If you don't have it, you should definitely try it out because it's beautiful. It has a really nice finish that's not too natural and it's not too explosive, so it's a really, really nice highlighter. This next one is the Essence Pure Nude highlighter. This is one of those very natural, everyday kind of highlights, and I really, really like that for those kind of looks. And I know some people, like Kathleen Lights, for example, she uses it as a setting powder kind of all over her face. I don't like to do that. It's a little too much for me personally, but it looks gorgeous on the top of the cheekbones as just a natural, everyday highlight. And it's like dirt cheap. This next one is the Hard Candy So Baked Bronzer in the shade Tiki. This is obviously not a bronzer. I don't know who, on what planet this would be a bronzer. This is also, I know lots of people say this is really poppy, but to me, it's more like the Essence one we just talked about. This is pretty, but I have so many other highlights that I like more than this. I'm just going to pass this one on. So next I have two LA Girl Strobe Light Strobing Powder. I have the first one in 110 watt and the second one in 100 watt. 110 watt is like a pearly white with a yellowy gold undertone. It's more of like a duochrome. I just don't like that. I don't like a super like yellow gold highlight, so I am going to pass this one along. 100 watt on the other hand is absolutely gorgeous. It's like a nice champagne with that hint of yellow in it. Similar to MaryLou-manizer by the Balm. I don't know if you can see that, but it's gorgeous. It was only like $8 too, so this is absolutely staying in my collection. So this next one I have is technically a liquid highlighter, and it is the ColourPop Rose Quartz liquid highlighter. This has a pinkish kind of shift to it. It is slightly duochrome, but when you blend it out, you can't tell. It's just kind of pink. I really, really like the formula of these. I wish that there were some more, I wish they'd come out with more natural kind of shades, because I know this one's more like kind of way on the pink side. They have some that are like blue and green and purple. So there aren't any real natural shades of these, and I realize they're going for the crystal theme, but they should come out with some not crystal themed ones and come up with some like more natural champagne-y kind of colors, because I would be all over that because I love this formula. These next four are the Wet n Wild MegaGlo highlighting powders. I have Royal Calyx, I'm not sure, Precious Petals, Golden Flower Crown, and Blossom Glow. Blossom Glow is my all-time favorite because it's pink. What's new? But I like mixing both of these together because the pink and the gold kind of mix together and make a nice champagne. I really like this Royal Calyx too, because while it is blue, when you apply it, it's more of like a, well, it looks blue in the swatch, but it looks more silver on the face. So if I mix this and like this gold together, it's gonna kind of make a neutrally kind of shade. Now, Precious Petals is a little on the dark side for me, but I'll hold on to it for now and use it in the summer because I can use it right now. I just have to use a really, really light hand. So I am going to keep all four of these. This next one is the Revlon, what is this? Revlon highlighting palette in the shade Peach Glow. This is very similar to the Physicians Formula highlighting strip things that they have, where each thing is a different color. This is okay. It's not my favorite. It swatches decent, but I'm not really a fan of the shades, so I am going to pass this along. This next one is by Bare Minerals, and it is the All Over Face color in the shade Pure Radiance. I'm not going to open it because it's loose and I don't want to get it on my bed, but I love this shade. I have to use a light hand because it is pigmented, so it has like a tint to it, so it kind of can look a little dark on my cheekbones if I use too much, but light hand, this is gorgeous and I love it very, very much. This next one is the Baked Blush by e.l.f. in the shade Pinktastic. There is nothing blushy about this. It's just a really, really nice pink highlighter, and I'm definitely hanging on to it. It's super cheap and it's gorgeous if you love pink, because you can stick to this kind of champagne, or you can mix it in with the pink tones and make it more pink. So it is very versatile and you can get kind of different hues to it. So I do like this a lot. This next one is the Makeup Stick Highlight by Wet n Wild. I have talked about this before in a favorites video, I believe. This is a beautiful stick highlighter. It's very natural, so if you like a natural highlight, this would probably be a good way to go. It's natural, but it's like a glowy natural, not like a light highlight. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like a wet, natural dewiness. It's beautiful and it's super affordable, and I really, really enjoy this. This next one is the Hard Candy Just Glow Rose Gold highlighter, and this is very beautiful. It has like the 3 tones in it. It has like the kind of champagne, the pink, and then the bronze, which reminds me of Neapolitan ice cream, which I really want right now. As usual, I kind of just focus it right over here because this can be a little too dark, but if I swirl them all together, it looks beautiful, especially in the summertime. It's so pretty. You can't even see it, but oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Why don't I use this more? I'm using this tomorrow. This is beautiful. This next one is the Ibby Beauty Radiant Glow Highlighter in 24K Magic. I recently got this in my February Ipsy bag, so I don't really want to go into a lot of detail because I haven't filmed that video yet for my review. But overall, this is a very nice highlighter, and it is very pretty, so I will go into more details in my March Ipsy unbagging. I'll have that linked up here for you after I get that finished in case you're interested in watching that. This next one is a sample size of the CoverFX Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Moonlight. Holy freaking cannoli, you guys. This is insanity in a bottle. This looks like you screwed a light bulb into your cheekbones. This gives you so much glow that it's a little intimidating, and I kind of don't like it. I know you're supposed to mix it in with foundation, but I don't like to do that because I don't like an all-over glow where I have more oily kind of skin. So I don't like to do that. I do like to very, very lightly apply it to my cheekbones when I'm wanting a lot of glow. Similar to the Bare Minerals one, this does have a underlying color in it, which is a little too dark for my skin tone, so I have to go very, very light-handed. Summer, though, a lot of everything I own is for summer. I don't know why. But in the summer, this looks gorgeous when you're laying next to the pool, because I'm that extra person that puts highlighter on to lay in my backyard with at the pool. But this looks beautiful, so I am going to keep it. I don't think I would purchase full size though. These are really expensive, and there are so many other liquid highlighters that are really great. So don't know that I would buy full size, but I do like having this little sample. This next one's the ColourPop pressed highlighter in the shade here, Kitty Kitty. And I've talked about this on my channel before, and I love this highlighter. It's one of my favorites. It's absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, there's a running theme where I like champagne with a hint of pink or a hint of gold, and I just think this is an absolutely perfect highlighting shade, and it's super affordable. This is the Wet n Wild Shimmer Palette in the shade I'll Have a Cosmo, and as you can tell, it is another beautiful pinky highlight. I absolutely love this highlight. I'm moving the camera, I'm sorry. I don't wear it a lot, and I don't know why, because it's gorgeous, and I definitely need to use this more because it is stunning, and it's like $3, and oh, and it's beautiful. This next one is fairly new to me, and it is the Makeup Geek highlighter in the shade Luster. Now, when I got this, it arrived broken, so I did have to repress it, but I emailed them and they sent me a brand new one. But I am going to hold on to that because I think I've decided when I either hit 350 or 400 subscribers, I am going to do a giveaway. And so I thought I would keep that one for the giveaway because this one works just perfectly fine. But as you can see, this highlighter is gorgeous. Holy freaking crap. I have not been able to stop wearing this highlighter since I got it. So, if you would like a chance to win this, make sure you subscribe. It's probably going to be a while, but that's okay. Make sure you subscribe anyway. I mentioned this one recently in a favorites video, I believe, and this is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Luminous Light, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It is very similar to the Essence Nude, whatever that was, where it is very, very natural and very, very just glow from within. I have recently, where I'm slightly on the more dry side these days, I have used this not as a setting powder, but as like a finishing powder, where I'll just dust it all over my face and give my face just a little bit more life. And it is beautiful for that right now. Otherwise, I just target it on the top of the cheekbones like always, and it's perfect for that too. So these powders are gorgeous. These next two are the Wet n Wild MegaGlos Hello Halo Liquid Highlighters, and I have mine in the shade Holographic and Halo Goodbye. I have talked about these many a times on my channel. This one is that more holographic with that pink like super hot pink undertone, and then this one's that gorgeous pinky champagne shade. These are beautiful in formula, but I am only going to keep this one because realistically this shade is the only one I will wear, where this holographic one's just not up my alley. Formula-wise, these are absolutely amazing though, so I definitely recommend them. This one, formula-wise, is beautiful, but shade-wise, it's just not my style, so I am going to get rid of this one. These last three are Wet n Wild Geometric Highlighting Powders in the shades Sun Ceremony, Desert Explorations, and Where the Dreamers Go. I am actually going to declutter all of these. While they are beautiful to look at, they're nothing special and they don't do that great of a job as highlighters or anything else, so I am going to pass these along because they were a little disappointing. So that has been my highlighter collection and a little bit of a declutter. Next, I think my single eyeshadows and small eyeshadow palettes are next. So if you would like to check that out, please make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell down below so you're notified when I upload that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you would like to subscribe, please feel free, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.